Let's see two more tables which are easy as well as interesting, and learn these as well. And even if you don't learn, know how to find the values. Like see here, these all numbers which you see here, they are having 0 at their units place, and I'm going to find out the square of these. Now 10 square, so I'll just put the square of 1. 1 ones are 1, and each 0 becomes 2 zeros. So 1 and 2 zeros. Okay. See the next one. It is 2. What is the square of 2? 4. 2 2s are 4. So I'll write here 4, and each 0 will become double. So 20 square is 400. Now coming to 30 square. 3 square is 9. And each 0 put as double. So 30 square becomes 900. What will be 40 square? 4 square is 16. 4 4s are 16. And each 0 put it as 2. So this way you have to complete this whole table as far as you can do. Like, let's see this one. You know the square of 9. 9 9s are 81. 9 square is 81, and each 0 you'll put it as 2. If there are 2 zeros, they'll become 4 on squaring. This I explained earlier also. Okay. See this. What is the square of 12? 144. So square of 120? 14400. Okay. So this is how you have to find the value, and please complete this table in your notebook. Let's see another one. This is also interesting and easy to find. For this, first see the numbers. Which type of numbers are here? All numbers which are ending in 5. 15, 25, 35, 45 and so on. Now how to find the square without multiplying? There is a short method. This number which is at tens place, you have to multiply with the next number. What comes after 1? 2. So 1 you will multiply with 2. 1 2s are 2. Write it here. And 5 5s are 25. Put these numbers together, that is the square. Let's see one more example. 2. Multiply 2 with its next number. What comes after 2? 3. So multiply 2 and 3. 2 3s are 6 and 5 5s are 25. So square of 25 is 625. Try this. 3 you will multiply with its next number, that is 4. So 3 4s are 12 and 5 5s are 25. So what is the square of 35? 1225. So you'll complete this also as far as you can and do it in your notebook. Let's try this one. 6 you'll multiply with the next number, this digit. You'll multiply with the next number, so 6 has to be multiplied with 7. 7 6 are 42, and then square of 5, that is 25. So 4225 is the square of 65. Let's find the value of 115. So what do you have to do here? 11 you have to multiply with 12. So when you multiply 12 with 11, what you are going to get? 132. Okay, 11 multiplied with 12, this gives you 132, and 5 square will give you 25. So what is the square of 115? 115 square is 13225. Okay, 13,225. The tables that you saw just now showed how to find the squares of number ending with either 0 or with 5. Same method cannot be applied with for other numbers. Suppose you have to find the square of 43. So you cannot use either of those methods because here it is neither 0 nor 5. So there are two methods. One is just multiply the number with itself. 43 multiplied with 43. Work out the multiplication and find the answer. But there is another method that's easier as well. 43 square. So 43 I can write as 40 plus 3 because 40 plus 3 gives me 43. Now I have to find the square of this. You have learnt expansion and factorization earlier. If you remember a plus b whole square its expanded form is a square plus 2ab plus b square, where a is our first number and b is our second number. So putting it in this form, what we can write is, this is our a. So a square plus, here we will write b square, that is 3 square, and what else we'll do? We'll multiply 2 with this first number 40 and the second number 3. Now 40 square is easy to find, just now you learned, so that is 1600. Multiplication of this is also easy. 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24, gives you 240, and 3 square is 9. Now this addition is also easy. So what do you get? 1 8 4 9. So that's it. So this method also can be used to find squares. Let's see one more example. Suppose we have to find the square of 57. So 57 square, 57 we'll write as 50 plus 7 and we'll find its square. Now we'll write the square of first number, square of second number, and the middle term will be 2 multiplied with 50 multiplied with 7. Let's see. 50 square, and this side 7 square, and in between, because here it is plus, I'll write here plus 2 multiplied with 50 multiplied with 7. Okay, so now I'll find this value. 5 5s are 25, so 50 square is 2500. Multiply this. 5 2s are 10, this 50 2s are 100, into 7 gives you 700, and 7 square is 49. Now add all the 3, and what do you get? 3249. So that's the square of 57. You have learnt about Pythagoras theorem, which says a square plus b square equals to c square, where a, b and c are numbers. Now such numbers where the square of first number and second number adds up to give the square of a third number, these numbers are called Pythagorean triplets. Triplet means a set which has 3 in them. For example, 3 square plus 4 square gives you 5 square. Let's check. 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 16 plus 9 gives me 25, which is 5 square. So 3 square plus 4 square is 5 square. There is another set of number, 6 square plus 8 square, it gives me 10 square. This is another set of number. So 6, 8 and 10, they are called Pythagorean triplets. 6 square is 36, 8 square is 64. When you add these two, you get 100, and 100 is 10 square. So 6, 8 and 10. These are Pythagorean triplets. Similarly, 3, 4 and 5 are Pythagorean triplets. But how to find the Pythagorean triplet for a given number? Let's see the formula and the method. Pythagorean triplets are always in the form 2m, m square plus 1 and m square minus 1. These are those three numbers. Like just now we saw a Pythagorean triplet 6, 8 and 10. Now either 2m is 6 or 2m is 8 or 2m is 10. Okay. So our first example was 6, 8 and 10. These were Pythagorean triplets. Now suppose 2m I take it as 6. 2m equals to 6. So what is m? M is 6 by 2, that is 3. Now this 3 will place here in place of m. So to find m square plus 1, what I'll do, my m is 3. I just calculated m as 3, so I'll find 3 square plus 1. 3 square plus 1 is 9 plus 1, that is 10. So this is my second number, and m square minus 1, that gives me 3 square minus 1, that is 9 minus 1, that is 8. Okay, so one number was already given to me 6, and other two I found 10 and 8. Now always the greater number is the c square. Okay, so always we'll have 6 square plus 8 square equals to 10 square. 10 because it's the greatest, so obviously sum of two smaller number will be equal to this. Suppose you are given a number, say 14. One number is 14. Out of this 6, 8 and 10, one number was 6. Similarly, one number given to you is 14. Now this 14 can be 2m, m square plus 1 or m square minus 1. But because it is an even number, let this be equal to 2m. If it is 2m, we can easily find m. M will be how much? 14 by 2, that is 7. 7 is not a number out of triplet, it is just the value of m. Using this value of m, we are going to find m square plus 1 and m square minus 1. One number is 14. Don't forget that one number is given to you and we are just trying to find out the other two numbers. So we'll find m square plus 1, m square minus 1. And 2m is already equal to 14. So what is our m? M is 7. We found just now. So m square plus 1 means 7 square plus 1. This is 7 square is 49 plus 1, which is 50. And m square minus 1 means 7 square minus 1, that is 49 minus 1 gives me 48. So which are the three numbers which will form triplet? This is the second number, m square plus 1 is 50, m square minus 1 is 48. So my three numbers are 14, 48 and 50. So 14 square plus 48 square is going to give me 50 square. Now this makes the Pythagorean triplet. But what you have to do now? Check your answer. Check whether 14 square plus 48 square gives you 50 square or not. So this is how you find the Pythagorean triplet for any given number. Let's see another example. Suppose you are given a number 17 and you have to find the Pythagorean triplets of 17. Remember, the numbers were in the form 2m, m square plus 1 and m square minus 1. And m square plus 1 is always the greatest number. It will always give you the greatest number out of the three. Now I cannot take 2m equals to 17 because if I find the value of m, it will be 17 upon 2. That is something in decimal, so I am not going to use this. Now this is cancelled. Let me try this. Let 17, I put it as m square plus 1. Okay. So what is the value of m square? M square is 17 minus 1, which gives me 16. M square is 16 means it is a square of which number? 4. So m is 4. 4 4s are 16. So I got the value of m. This is not one of the triplet. This is just the value of 1. M squared plus 1 is 17. So this value is already given to us. Now let me find out 2m. Placing the value of m. So 2 into 4. Because my m is 4. 2 4s are 8. This is my first number out of the triplet. This one. This is 8. And the next one I have to find out is m square minus 1. So let me equate it. M square minus 1. So what is m? 4. So I have to find 4 square minus 1. 4 square is 16 minus 1 gives me 15. So m square minus 1, the next number is 15. So this number is 15, m square minus 1, and this I already equated as 17. So which are the three numbers that I got? One number is 8, one number is 15, and the biggest number was, the given number was 17. So always in increasing order, if I put 8 square plus 15 square equals to 17 square. Now check the value. 8 square is 64, 15 square is 225, and the sum of these two should always give me 289, which is 17 square. Check you're getting this or not. So 8, 15 and 17 form the Pythagorean triplet. 8, 15 and 17, they form the Pythagorean triplet.